Online guys, the people who is listening from online, is it clear for you? Can you please confirm me once? Are you listening? My voice? Okay, fine. So let's install Docker first of all. Okay, give me a couple of minutes. I'll create the Docker server and I'll install it. Okay, I think online is clear with my voice. I hope so. Fine. So here let's create the Docker server. In the meanwhile, try to see the Docker file, all of you. See the Docker file concept. I'll try to connect to server. Fine. In today's session, we are going to start Docker Compass. Okay, let's first of all the Docker file. Already we seen how to create Docker file for our custom image, right? In last class, we create our index.html, our own index.html. So from then we create the custom image, right? Let's repeat the process one more time for all of you. First of all, what's a Docker file? Why we need to use it? Sorry? To create a image. So image we are going to make it automation, right? So here we seen we copied the code to var www.html. This one, right? Where it is? Okay, fine. Let's create it normally. So vim Docker file. First of all, enter it here from. From Ubuntu means base image is Ubuntu. Next, why we are using run? To run Linux command. Next, run here. Wait, run apt install. What I'm installing here? Apache 2. What is the path of Apache basically? I am copying index.html for var www. What is that path? Can anyone tell me? Already said in last session. See your notes. So here I need to create one index dot. So for index.html, if you don't know, so we can use this one, right? W3 schools. Go to here and type W3 schools login page. Type W3 schools login page. Here you will get this one. So here we create the forms with icon. Okay. So here, already this kind of image we created in last session, right? Click on try it yourself. For example, here let's take a microservice architecture. Paytm movies, Paytm train, everything. So first of all, here I am putting Paytm movies. Click on run. Are you seeing Paytm movies here? So if you click on run, Paytm movies is done here. Copy the code. Control A, Control C. So now how to build the image? Tell me the command. Docker build -d image. I am taking it as movies version 1 dot. Automatically Docker image will build, right? From that, what we do, we create container. You know the process of creating container with port number, right? You tell me the comments, okay? Tell me the command to create container now. Docker. D also you can give. D means detached mode. Container will come out. Next. Container 1. Here hyphen P. P stand for port, or you can call it as publish. What is the port number here for container? 81 is the container port number. It can be changed. 80 is the image port number. It can't be. Why image port number is not changed? Apache. Inside image we have Apache. That's it. So movies V1 is the version. So now if I go in, if I try to access this one with public IP address, first of all, check whether I'm able to get the application or not. Port number 81. Am I getting the application? Now open your mobiles, all of you, and try to check this one, all of you. Why? Because I want to show you like live how it is going to work. '81 is the container port number, Sunil. So type this IP address only. Don't type HTTP and everything. Okay. IP address and port number 81. So for online, for you also, I'm gonna give it on your chat box. Please try to verify your chat box, all of you, and let me know whether you are able to access the application from that URL or not. Are you getting the application, sir? All of you, right? So now what I'll do is next this time I create the architecture. So if I go and see here, if I go this one, it is my Paytm application. In the Paytm application, let's create 5 services. How many? Or like 4 is also enough. So these 4 services are like these. Movies is done. Second one is going to be train. Recharge. Fourth one, DTH. Let's take this. Have we create the movie service like this? Next, I want to create which service? For train service, what I'll do, I already have the Docker file. Can I reuse Docker file? With different code. This time I'm using which code, guys? Train code. For that purpose, what I'll do, in index.html, instead of Paytm movies, I gonna put here Paytm train. Paytm train. So now let's assume here developer is going to giving the train service code here. Which code is gonna give? When developer give the train service code, which image we are going to build here? Huh? When developer give the train service code, which image we gonna build? Train image. With the help of train image, which container we gonna build? Train container. So let's build the train container here. So I'm gonna save it now. And rerun the Docker file. What is the command to run the Docker file? Docker -t image train v1 and give the dot here. Is it done? Now if I give Docker images, I have train image. In train image, we have the train code. Tell me the command to run the container now. Docker itd name container 2. Port number 81 I cannot give. Already we have 81 port number. So let's give 80, 82 and give 80. -p I need to give, sorry. And here image. Which image I need to give? What is the tag for it? Container got created now. Now let's use the same public IP address on your mobile and try to verify all of you are getting port number 82 train or not. Same IP address, try to check it, all of you. Even I'm checking from mine. All of you getting with port number 82? Now let's do it for service number 3 also. Now service number 3 is what, sir? I have index.html. Instead of train, I am gonna put recharge. And again, I need to build the Docker file. Come and tell me. I'm asking you only to come tell me the command. Docker build -t recharge and sorry, every time I'm missing the dot here. So now run the container. Same command, but instead of container number 2, I'm gonna give container number, port number also. And instead of train, I'm gonna put this time. Now again, try to use the same public IP address with the port number. Now this time I need to get recharge. What I need to get? Now again check all of you. Even it's working for me. And what about you? Is it working for you? Online, what about you? Is it working for you? Can you please confirm? Port number 81, movies. Port number 82, fine. Port number 83, recharge. And finally, port number 84 is going to be. Now you tell me what I want to do. First of all, huh? I said you three examples. Now tell me the fourth process. Index dot. So after recharge. Now. Hmm. Okay. Image bill. After that. Now you have one more thing also. Try to verify this with the same public IP, but this time the port number is going to be 80. What is port number 84? Getting the applications. So your inside single server, you create multiple containers. In multiple containers, you are hosting different service or not, sir? This is what the microservice. Is the process clear how to create the source code? I mean, source code we create now, but in real time, developers give us. So creating of source code, and after that, we have seen how to build a image. From the image, what we are creating, container we are able to access from outside of the application, outside of the server or not, sir? So is the process clear? So exactly this is not the way how we are going to work on real time. We won't work like this, sir. Why? Because see which application we are dealing with now? Paytm. Is the application live here? Are you able to access? Of course, it is small basic code, but in real time we have big code, right? Now tell me, whenever you open the Paytm application, you want to see all the service at single time or you want to see one by one service? Right? If you open Paytm, you want movie tickets, but it is showing train tickets. Waited for 2 minutes. It is showing DTH service. After 2 minutes, it is showing recharge, but train is not coming. Sorry, movie is not coming still. You will get pissed off or not, sir? You will get very frustrated or not, sir? In that case, are you going to like the application? Why? Because it is not serving all of the services at a single time. So this method we won't use on real time. Okay, this is the method to create containers, but it is not the way. Exact work you are going to do on real time, but the way is different. In real time, you are going to launch all of the containers at a same time, and these containers will run each service on an individual container. For that purpose, we're gonna use Docker Compose concept. Which concept? So let's discuss how this Docker Compose will work exactly. So I'm gonna show you the concept of Docker Compose. It is going to be a bit interesting. So let's see how it will work for us. Here, first of all, let's see what is the meaning of Docker Compose. So Compose, it's a tool used to manage multiple containers in a. Sorry, here I have single host. I have 4 containers. How many containers? But am I managing them all of them together or one by one individually? One by one. But if I want to manage all of them at individually, so I need to use a command called Docker Compose. It's a tool basically, but it's not inbuilt Docker tool. We need to install separately. We can create the containers, we can stop them, we can start them, and we can delete all the containers together. So we write container information in a file called compose file, which is an YAML format. I hope all of you know about YAML, right? What does YAML means? Yet another, how the syntax will be going to be on YAML language. Someone said there from this corner. Who's that? Key pair. Which one? So key value pair. Basically, it's not key pair. You need to call it as key value pair. Okay. So here also same thing. Key value pair we're gonna use. It is also called as dictionary. Key value pair. Inside the compose file, we can give image name, we can give port number, we can give volume information of containers, and we can give everything whatever you want. Okay. By default, it's not going to be the tool of Docker. By inbuilt, we need to download it separate and use it. So again, Docker Compose is a tool used to manage multiple containers in we can create, start, stop, and delete all the containers together. We write container information in a file called compose file. Compose file is in which format? Inside the compose file, you can write image name, container name, port information, volume information, everything you can write. And we need to download this tool separately and we need to use it separately. Is the point clear for all of you know? So let's install. Already you know, if I want to install any tool in our class, where I need to go for? GitHub, Raham Sheikh. Just go here and what I want to install on Docker Compose, right? Is it done now? Docker Compose is installed. Fine. So now, first of all, what I'm going to do is when the Docker Compose is installed, I want to write compose file. What I want to write? But before that, already we have some containers, right? So let's delete this container. Tell me the command to delete all containers at single time. Docker. Let's use kill. Dollar. Docker. ps-a q. What does Docker ps-aq will do? Container ID. So it's gonna kill all of the containers. And if I want to remove them, just to give clear now. Do I have any running container now? Or any stopped container now? I won't have. Let's create the compose file. VM. So here I can give version v1. Sorry, not version v1, not version. Latest compose version is 3.8. Which one? Or you can use simply 3 also, but I'm using latest one 3.8. It is the Docker engine which supposed to the compose equivalent. I'll tell how it is gonna work. Services. How many services do we have? 4, right? I'll tell you one service example. You tell me remaining 4. I mean like remaining 3. Is it okay? Sure? Deal okay. But unfortunately, I'm not going to teach you any service. You need to tell me how to write. I'll give the statement. Okay, will you tell the answer for the statement? Just like playbook. Playbook, how you wrote? I tell the statement. Who told me the syntax? You right? You also believe in yourself. I'll tell the statement, you tell me the values. First of all, if I want to create any service, I need to give the name of the service. What is my first service name? Movies. Done. If I want to create service, I need to have image. What is the image for movies? Movies. If I want to access this container, I need to have the ports, right? What is the port number I want to give for movies here? 81 you can use. Why? Because old containers are not there, na? Right. Done. So now by using the above reference, tell me the remaining things. I won't tell you anything. Now you tell me. Train. Next. Image. Train. V1. Then next. Uh, uh, uh. Okay. Recharge. V1. Next. Ports. Then. Uh, uh. DDH. V1. Ports. 84. 80, right? Tell me one thing. Have I taught you Docker Compose or you taught me? Or you write your own self? I haven't taught you anything. I asked some questions, you gave me the answer. Finally, Docker Compose ban gaya. Right? Is a way of writing Docker compose clear for all of you know? Simple. First of all, go for version. Latest version is 3.8. Services. What is your service number one? For movies, it is the image and it is the port number. Of course, if you want to add volume also, you can add. But I'll tell you later how to add volumes. Train, it is the image, it's a port number. Recharge, it is the image, it is a port number. Already, do you have this image on local or not, sir? No, don't do anything. Only one command. All the containers in your file will be up and running. Currently, I don't have any containers. You have seen this one, right? Docker hyphen compose. Why? Because whenever you are working with compose file, just write docker hyphen compose. Up hyphen D. Up means make it run. Hyphen D means containers need to be run on detached mode. If you see automatically containers got created, tell me all these containers created one by one or all at the same time? At a time, right? See, every container created 9 seconds ago. That means same time it is created. Now, if you copy the public IP address and if you check, is your containers running now? Paytm movie is running, Paytm Prime is running, Paytm recharge running, and Paytm DTH also running. Correct or not, sir? Now, if you want, you can check it. Open your mobiles and try to check. This all applications, I mean, this all services are running or not. You can check it. Are you getting the application? Or we are managing it same time. So Docker compose up means run all the containers and start them. Hyphen D means detached mode. Now, if I want to stop all of them, give the command Docker hyphen compose down. All of the servers are going to be now stop and delete. Up means start, create and start. Down means stop and delete. Container stopping now. Containers removed now. Now give the command docker compose ps-a. Are you seeing any container? Docker compose up means containers will create and it is going to be start. Docker compose down means opposite. Stop, delete. Again, if I want to create docker compose up hyphen D. Containers creating now. Starting now. Fine. So now if you go and see docker ps-a, you can see all the containers. Are you seeing all the containers or not, sir? Like that. Now, if I want to stop the containers, remember from now, whenever you are dealing with Docker compose, don't use Docker command, just put Docker compose. If I want to stop the containers, what is the command? Docker stop normally. But here use Docker compose stop. Now containers are going to be on stopping state. Now, if you want me to show, give the command Docker ps-a. Oh, wait, let me finish. Containers going to which state? Again, if I want to start them, Docker compose start. Now containers will be on starting state. Of course, you can use Docker compose kill also. You know the difference, right? Stop will take some time, kill will not take additional time. Now again, compose files will be on containers will be on running state. If I want to start them, I can use Docker compose kill command also. Is it done now? Now again, containers gone to which state here? Exit. Now again, if I want to start Docker compose, start. So as per the starting point here, we can create, we can stop, we can start, we can delete all the containers. Have I created multiple containers on single host or not, sir? How I create the containers? With the help of compose file. So compose file is in which format? In this compose file, we can give images. Have I shown you how to give images? Have I shown you how to give ports? Volumes I haven't shown you. We'll see it later how it is going to do. So now, if I want to pause the containers, give the command docker compose Pass. Now containers will be in paused state. You are seeing them on which state? Paused state, right? Again, if you want to unpause, give the same command docker compose unpause, right? So like that. So if you go and see here, Docker compose up hyphen db seen, Docker compose stop we have seen to stop all the containers, start we have seen, kill, and RM is to remove all the, I'll show it later. Docker compose down to stop and to delete the containers same time. Pause, unpause, See, for example, if you are having 100 containers, how many containers? In that 100 containers, you want to list out the containers which is managing by compose file. My compose file is managing 10 Docker containers only. How many? If I want to manage only the 10 Docker containers, I can use the command called Docker compose. PS. If you want me to show, give the command Docker compose. PS. Which command? PS hyphen or PS. Now it is going to show only the containers managing by the Docker compose. If I have some any other containers which is not in a part of compose file, it won't show here. Are you seeing only containers managed by Docker compose? Like that. Next here, like Docker compose images. This command will show you list of images managed by Docker compose. Generally, if I give Docker images, it will show me list of all the images. But if I give Docker compose images, it will show me only these container managed images. Only this four. See, are you seeing this only four, sir? It is the container. Okay, this container is using this repository. It is the image ID. It is size of the image. So you can separate other things with the help of Docker compose. If you are even having 100 images, if you are not using that 100 images, okay. So if you want to see the images which is used by Docker compose images, or if you want to see the containers which is managing by Docker compose, give the command Docker compose ps-a. Is the point clear for all of you? Fine. Docker compose logs. This is to show the logs of Docker compose. That means with the help of Docker compose, what are the activities we have done till now? We can see the Docker compose logs command. Are you seeing these logs here? How the logs came? With the help of Docker compose. Now, top command, all of you? Top command. What is top command? To show? Yeah, tell me to show what? To show the processes running inside the container. So give the Docker top. This will show the complete processes that is running in the containers. If I use Docker compose is having how many containers? 4. Are these 4 showing here? This is the DTH container. This is the movies. This is the recharge, and it is a train. So Docker compose top. This command will show you the number of process running inside the containers, which are managing with the Docker compose file. So finally, if I want to restart the containers, you can restart the containers. So give the command Docker compose restart. Are you seeing the containers restarting now? See, what happened if we use Docker compose up 2 times? No, it won't create Sunil. So when the containers are now restarted. And finally, if I want to scale the containers, currently I have movies 1 container, train 1 container, DTH 1 container, recharge 1. If I want to scale any one of these container, Docker compose scale. Which service I want to scale here? For example, let's take movies. What I want to scale is equal to 10. It will scale, but unfortunately, it is going to fail. Unfortunately, it is going to scaling means what's that? To increase the container strength. That means same like movies container is going to create a number of times. Now the reason why it got failed is already movies container I have with the port number of 81, right? The port number of 81, let's take. Sir, if I want to scale it to 10, automatically same like this one more container is going to create. For this container also we'll get the same port number or not, sir? And again for container number 3 also we'll get the. So if I create like this, it is not going to perform. Why? Because same port number cannot be given to multiple containers. For one container, we can give only. Practically, it will create, but it will fail. Why? Because everything will be getting the same port number. Of course, name will be also same. If you want me to show, see. Error. Error. Everywhere, wherever you go and see, error. Why? Because cannot start the service movies. Why? Because bind for port number 81, port already allocated. For this one also already. If we want to scale the containers, we can scale with the help of Docker Compose, but it won't work. What might be the reason? It is same. For that purpose, in real time, if I want to scale the containers, how can I scale? Simple. We can use Docker Swarm for it, which is your tomorrow's concept. When Docker Swarm concept is for you? Tomorrow. In tomorrow's session, I'm going to show you how to work with the Docker Swarm. There is the concept clear, sir? Fine. So online, is the Docker Compose concept clear for all of you? Can you please confirm me once? Clear, clear. That's great. Fine. So again, I'll recap everything for you one more time for your even more clarities. First of all, Docker Compose, it's a tool is to manage multiple containers. Here we can create, we can start, we can stop all the containers together. We write container information on a file called compose file, which is an YAML format. Inside YAML format, we can give complete information of containers about name, port number, image, ID, everything. So here we are going to use the containers. Okay. So here node point I said, see, as I said earlier, Docker Compose is not an inbuilt command of Docker. We need to download it separately. How are we going to download? So whenever I download a command separately, we need to move it to user local bin. We need to move it to. If you don't move it to user local bin, that command will not work. That's what I'm saying. In Linux, will not give some commands. Linux will not give some commands. So we need to download them separately. Is Docker Compose an inbuilt command? It's not an inbuilt command. I download it separately. Once a command is downloaded, we need to move it to user local. That's what I said here. Are you seeing this one? You download the Docker Compose, but you move it to user local bin. Because why we are moving to user local bin? Because all the user executed commands in the Linux will store on user local. Remember how many commands I am showing you in the class, that every command will be storing on user local bin. If the command is not on user local bin, we cannot able to execute it. And after we will store on user local bin, we need to give executable permission by using which command? Chmod command. Are you seeing this one? First of all, I'm downloading this one and I'm moving it to user local bin and I'm giving executable permission. Otherwise, it won't work. Again, one more time. Linux will not give all the commands. So some commands we need to download separately. So once a command is downloaded, we need to move it to user local bin. Why? Why we need to move it? Because all the user executed commands will be on user local bin. Okay. So here we are going to give executable permissions, right? What is executable permission here? Chmod command. Otherwise, this command will not work. So to create and start all the containers, command is Docker Compose up. If I want to stop them, you can use stop. If I want to start, I can use start command. Kill command is to delete immediately. Shut down immediately. To remove, I can use Docker Compose RM. To stop all the containers, Docker Compose stop. And if I want to stop and delete, down. For only stop, you can use stop or kill. But if you want to stop and delete same time, you can use Docker Compose Again, you can pause, you can unpause container, you can list all the containers running by Docker Compose, and you can list all the images running by Docker Compose, and you can see the logs here. Top command is to show the process, and restart is to restart the containers, and finally scale. We can scale, but practically is it possible? No. Why? Because scaling will demand the same port number, which cannot be allocated, right? Is the concept of Docker Compose gave you the clarity for everyone? Fine. So next year, I'm gonna show you how to change the default Docker Compose file. Guys, remember here, what is the name of my Compose file? Docker-compose, right? For example, if I rename it to move docker compose.yml to raham.yml, which one? What will happen? File will be renamed, but content will be same, right? What is the command to stop and delete all the containers at same time? Docker compose down. This won't work. This won't. Why it is not working? Because there is a error. I won't teach you the error. Just read that error properly. You will get the clarity. Why it is not working. Read that error, all of you. Sorry. Uh, just read that and tell me what it is saying for me. What it is telling. It is asking. Doc CD is telling that I cannot able to find the configuration file in this folder or any other folder. Parenting folder means subfolder actually. Or even the right directory where your compose file. Yes, I'm in right directory only. Basically, Docker Compose supports Docker compose.yml or Docker compose.yml or compose.yml or compose. But what you have here, raham.yml. So it cannot be supported, right? So it's not a supporting form of Docker Compose. Even though if it is not a supporting form of Docker Compose, if you want to use Docker Compose file with any other name, just to put -f. What is your new file name? Is it working now? By default, in real time also, you won't change that file, sir. But if you wish to change, if you want to change that file name, just put -f and new file name. Is it stopping now? Done. So remove everything. Now give the command again, Docker Compose. If I want to start, create and start, command is up-D. But is it going to work? No. Why? Because whenever you change the file name, you need to give here -f after Docker Compose. New file name. Working or not, sir? So this is how it is going to work for you. Is it fine, sir? So this is the way how you can change the default file. Now, if I rename again raham.yml to docker compose.yml or even compose.yml, if I want to rename this. Now, if I want to work, can I work properly or not, sir? Docker compose, stop IMing. Is it working fine now? Why? Because I give compose.yml. Even compose.yml also is going to work for you. In real time, we won't change the compose file, but if you wish to change, it is the way. Okay, here I said clearly. By default, compose file will follow the supporting names. Compose.yml or compose.yml. Docker compose.yml or docker compose. Rename it to raham.yml. Run this command, it is going to show an. So if you want to overcome, just put -f. Okay. So this is how it is going to work for you, sir. Is the Docker Compose concept gave you the clarity why we need to use Docker Compose? Tell me one word, why we need to use Docker Compose? Sorry? To work with multiple containers at a same time with the help of file. You can see the advantage. In first method, I create containers with the command. Again, I delete. Now, if I want to create them again, I need to use commands or not, sir? But in second method, I create containers with the help of file. Can I reuse that file? Time is saving. And we have a lot of flexibility of reusing. Comment clear? Online, what about you? Can you please confirm, is the concept of Docker Compose clear for all of you or not? If it is clear, we can go for the next concept. Fine. Thank you guys. Thanks for your response. Fine. So next year, I'll ask you a question. Currently, where you are having the images in your Docker host? Unfortunately, I delete this repository, sir. I delete this image. Are you going to recover? Are you going to recover this image if I delete? No. Why? Because we don't have any backup. Or let's consider I create this image. Even you want to use the same image. Then how? What you are going to do? I create this image, sir. Even you want to use the same image. What you will do? Okay, forget about this one. I have one code. You want to use the same code. What will you do in Git? First of all, you will upload to GitHub. From GitHub, everybody can able to access or not, sir? Here also same thing. We will create the Docker Hub account. Which one? See, images we create on server. That means this image will work on only this server. If other people want to work this, use these images, they can't use. Why? Because currently this image is on this host. For Git, whenever you write the code on locally, you need to share it to GitHub, which is an internet. From the internet, everybody can able to access or not, sir? Even if you delete your code on local, you can get it from the GitHub directly. Same like here I have the image. Image is currently where, sir? Local. So I need to put into Docker Hub. Docker Hub is from why? Because anybody can able to access, and even if the image got deleted, you can able to retrieve the image. Is the concept now? Why we need to use Docker Hub, sir? To store the images on internet. Why? Because in local, if you lose the image, you can get from there. And second one is to share with other people also. Okay, fine. So let's create the Docker Hub account first of all. It will take couple of minutes only. Again, it's same like GitHub account creation. Anyone having Docker Hub account here? No one. So click on sign up. Just type Docker Hub and click on sign up. Already I have the account. Okay, but I'll create an account for any one of you. So it is my account, sir. Here I want to show you account creation. Click on sign out. Now tell me any of your email. I'll create it for you. Sorry. Prabhu, okay. So Prabhu, is it mail working? Don't you have any Docker hub with this account linked, draw? Fine. If you are already having an account with this email ID, it won't create, okay? Password, I'll tell you later, okay? Continue. One second. Wait. Sign up. Here I need to go. Wait. Email, PRA. So Prabhu Vinay username also I'm giving Prabhu Vinay only, okay? Username should be unique, okay? Prabhu Vinay is accepted and password I'll credit. So click on down, sir. It is telling that okay, Sarah just goes a bicycle. I don't want skip. States 1, 2, 3, 4. Verify. Click on continue. No, sir. Is the account creation done? That's it. So Prabhu Vinay, you will get one verification message now. Check it out. So here, whenever you go now, if you scroll down, you can see all the things about the Docker Hub. Okay. So Prabhu, please open your email once. You can get one message. Click on my profile. In my profile. So currently you don't have any repositories. Okay. So how to create the repository here? Click on repositories. Create the repositories. Repository name I'm going to give it as Paytm movies. Or just type movies also fine. Repository name is public repo or private repo. You can select anyone. Real time you go for private, but here I'm selecting it as public. So click on create. Automatically, are you seeing in Prabhu Vinay account? Do you have movies repo? So now this movies image need to travel to that repo. How it is going to travel? Very easy. Give the comment first of all. Whenever you want to push the image from local to Docker Hub, first of all, you need to tag that image. What are you going to do? Docker tag movies with version 1 image. I'm dragging with this Prabhu Vinay account movies repo. Okay. So now if you go and see Docker images, are you getting new image now? Prabhu Vinay movies. That means this movies image with version 1 is tagged with this image. That means these both are same now. Now push this image. Just give up arrow. Instead of tag and movies, just put push. What I'm putting here? That's it. If you hit enter now, what happened? Access denied. Why access denied, sir? Can anyone tell me? Very easy answer. Think logically, you will get the answer. Think how it is going to work. Need username and token authentication sample exactly, sir. You are pushing to Prabhu Vinay account. But first of all, you need to connect your local repository with Prabhu Vinay account or not, sir. In GitHub also, you need to give username and token. Here also same thing. How to connect with username and the password with the Docker means give the command Docker login. Which one? If you use Docker login, just to give the username. It is the username, Prabhu Vinay. Okay. So till here it is the username. I'm copying the username. And I'm giving the password. Is login successful now? Now give the command Docker push image to Prabhu Vinay. Is it pushing or not, sir? Tag the image, push it. Tag the image, push it. Tag the image, push it. That's it. Now if you want me to show, go here in the repository, click refresh. You can see the new image here. What we're gonna see here? Are you seeing the image? I give the latest tag. If you don't give any tag, latest will come. Click on this image. Okay. So now in this image, the size is going to be 91. In your local, the same image is almost all having 233 MB. How much? But here it came for 91.69 MB. You can see in this image, I update, I install Apache, I copied a file, I run this command. Everything, whatever you done on that image is showing or not, sir? Like this. So now again, Docker images. Now this time I want to push the image, train image. Command is Docker. First of all, tag train v1 to which account? Prabhu Vinay train. If I hit enter, so tell me one thing. Do you have Prabhu Vinay train repository? No, right? But automatically it will create now. Even though if you don't create repository, if you give directly name here, it will create automatically. Now, if you want to push, remove tag and train name. Push. Done now? Wait. 9 is missing, right? Above 9. Give the push now. Remove tag and train. Done now? Same like, now tell me the process how to push the image of recharge. But before that, let me show that repository and image is created or not. Go here, amount of repositories. Previously have only one repo, right? Click refresh, you'll get the repo number 2. Missing repo number 2. Inside this repo 2, do we have the image latest? Are you seeing the comments of this image now? Whatever we performed here, like that we can check. Next. Now tell me the process of pushing recharge and DTH. I won't tell you. I already said you 2 examples. Tell me. Docker. Hmm. Hmm. Next. Okay. You can use tag also, but I'm not using tag. If you want to use tag B1 also, you can use. If you don't use tag, it will come latest by default. Remember this point. Pushing. Finally, what is the last image? Docker tag. DTH V1. Prabhu Vinay. DTH. Next. Here I need to give the command. Remove tag and image name just to give push. Automatically it is going to push now. Now if you want me to show, click on refresh. If you click on refresh, DTH is done, recharge done, train done, move is done. If you want me to show, go to here and you can see the images also. Are you seeing images now? Seeing it or not, sir? This is the way how you are going to push it to Docker Hub. Here comments I have given each and everything. But here Abdul Javed is the user. But in our case, who is the user here? So put the username. And of course, in your case, you will be the user. Okay. The main advantage of using this Docker Hub, unfortunately, if you remove each and every image on your local, again you can get from Docker Hub. In Git, if you remove the code, can we get from GitHub? Here also, if I remove the image now, every image will be coming from Docker Hub. Can you tell me the command to remove all the images at the same time? But before that, use the command docker compose down. Remove all the containers. Why? Because for a container, if image is unused, it won't delete, sir. Docker compose down. Okay, removed. Everything is removed now. Do you have any container here? No. I have this many images. Now tell me the command how to remove all of them. Docker images hyphen q. Take this as variable and give the command docker rmfi remove image hyphen f forcefully. Gone now? Now give the command docker images. Do you have any image? You don't have any single image, but image will come from Docker Hub now. Can we use that Docker pull command? Docker pull. What's the username? Uh, movies. Tag will be latest. What is the tag? This is downloading now. Using Docker image. From that image, can you create container? That is the power of Docker Hub. Even though if you don't have any image on local, you can use this. Of course, after going to the lab today, like tomorrow, just directly use this command. This command will work for you also. Why? Because this repository is public. From public, anybody can able to pull the image or not, sir? Like that. So this is the concept of Docker. Which concept? Docker Compose. Okay, so in today's session, we have seen Docker Compose and Docker Hub concept. So it's enough for today. Clear the screen. So a question from who asked for this question, like Sunil, in Docker Compose, is there any option to pull image from Docker Hub? Yes, of course, Sunil. In Docker Compose file, put the image name directly. That's we are going to see on project by anyway. Okay, don't worry about that. Fine, guys. So I hope like this concept is clear for all of you, right? Docker Compose and Docker Hub. So how's the session for today? Is it giving clarity? The concept's clear for you? Fine. Online, what about you? Can you please confirm the session clear for all of you for today or not? Fine. Thanks. So now we have a small concept to discuss that is about Docker mounting. Already you seen more volumes, right? In that volumes only we have a small concept pending that is called as Docker volume mount. What is the name of the concept? Docker volume mount means simply for example, see what is the command to create a volume in general? We can create from Docker file or you can create from command line also, right? For example, if I want to create a volume in general, we can use the command Docker volume create. Which one? Docker volume ls. Are you seeing list of volumes here? Yes, but there is no volume. Create the volume called Raham. What is the name of the volume? Oh, Docker volume create Raham. Are you seeing Docker volume ls now? Volume Raham got created. Now see, in the method number one, method number two, we directly put contain data inside the container. Correct or not? But in method number three, I'll put the data inside the container first and I'm gonna attach the data to the containers. See, like I'll explain it very clearly for you. In method number one, I create the container. Inside the container, we create the volume. Here I put the data and this data transfer to other containers. In method number two, I create the volume inside the container during runtime. During how? By using hyphen v, right? So in during runtime, we create this one. But in method number three, first of all, I'll create the volume. What I'll create? In this volume, I'll put the data first. What I'll put? Whatever data I want, I can put this. And this volume, I'm going to attach to my container. This is what we can call as volume mounting. Which concept it is? Volume mounting means adding the volume to the container. So first of all, do I have the volume here now? What is the name of my volume here? Volume Raham. Inside Raham volume, I want to put the data. How you can put means you can use the command called Docker volume inspect. Remember, whatever the Docker component you are using, if you want to get the information of that concept, you need to use Docker inspect command. Which command? If I use Docker volume inspect, it is showing the volume path. Go to this path, CD, and give that path. Now you can put the data. Here I am creating touch. Raham files I am creating. What I am creating? Raham files. Raham 1 dot dot 5. VAM inside Raham 1. This content, these files are on my host. For example, I'm writing some random content. Now you create the volume first of all. Inside the volume you go on and you put some content. Now this volume you want to attach to the container. For that purpose, can we create container? Tell me the command to create container. Docker run. Name container 1. Port number is not required. I'm not exposing. Use Ubuntu as base image. Which one? So now here, whenever you are creating the volume, you can use hyphen v and give the name of the volume. But here I'm mounting the volume. Na? So hyphen mount. What I'm using? So here give source. Source means what is your volume name? Raham, right? Comma, destination. Inside your container, which volume you want to give it as? I want to give the Raham name only. Inside my container, my name should be Raham only. See, I have given this command very, very clearly. Docker run hyphen IT name of the container hyphen mounting. Here source. What is the name of my volume here? Volume 3. But in my case, my volume name is going to be Raham. Destination. Inside container also, my volume name should be volume 3. But in my case, it should need to be Raham. And this image name, you can use whatever you want. But here, I want to write source and destination fully. DSTI NATA destination. Hit enter. Currently, you are inside the container. Where you are, Anand? For this container, which image I took? Ubuntu. If you want to cross verify cat etc os-release. Is it Ubuntu or not, sir? Now give LL. What is the name of the volume? Are you seeing the volume here, Raham? CD and volume, Raham. Are you seeing the data here files? Cat Raham1. Are you seeing the content here? How this came, sir? By using mounting concept. Initially, I create the volume called Raham. Inside this volume, what I put here? Data. Automatically, this data is going to transfer from volume to container or not, sir? Why? Because currently, where is the volume? Volume is inside the container only, right? So this is how exactly it is going to work. And one more thing. Whenever you create a volume in your Docker, data will be stored on local also. For example, it is my volume. If we attach this volume to container, data will be on container and data will be on my local host also. Data will be on my. Currently, if you go to your local host, in local host, do you have files here? Are we having a files or not, sir? These 5 files. Again, the same files you are seeing on container also. Again, in container, if you create some new files, that new files will be coming to your local. See, touch Raham 6.10. 6 dot dot come out of container. We can use control PQ. Where the RAM 6 to 10 files came now? From container to local. So remember, if you put some data inside the volume, that data will be on your local host and the data will be on container. Now, if I create some new files, touch RAM 11.15. 11. Now, these files where is located, sir? On your local. Now, will these files present on your container? Why? Because same volume, right? Give the command docker attach container 1. Are you inside RAM volume now? Are you seeing the 5 files here? This is how it is going to work with you, sir. Concept clear? See, data will be storing on volume only. The only one point I want to convey you very clear. Don't confuse here. Concept is very easy. Whenever you create volume, okay, volume is going to store on local host. Where the volume is going to store? Inside the volume, when you put the data, okay, this data will be on your volume and volume will be on your local. But once you attach this volume to any of the container, now the data will be on 2 places. Data will be on host and data will be on container. Data will be on host and data will be on. Just remember this point. Is the point clear now? That's it. And again, you can ask me, sir, for example, you are putting the data inside the volume. For example, let's consider it is my root path. It is my, I create some new files, Java files, touch Java 1.10 files I create. Here Java files is on where, sir? On my root path. For example, I have some files on my local host. See, this is not inside the volume. These files are on my local host. Where these files are? If I want to transfer these files from a local host to certain container, you can transfer it to volume. From the volume, can it go to container? How to transfer? Copy all files to inside var lib Docker. Inside Docker, I want to store it to volumes. What is the name of the volume? Raham, just transfer it to data. It is a default path. You need to remember. Now all files copied to that path. If you want me to show all the files copied or not, sir. Now automatically all these files will be attached to container number 1 also. Are you seeing Java files here? So this is the way how you can transfer the local files to the container. Here I have given the concept very, very easily. Method number 3 is volume mounting. To create the volume, to list the volume, to inspect the volume. If you get this path, go here and create some files and you need to attach to the container. So if you want to transfer the files from root to your container, that means from host to your container, first of all, go to root path. Which path? Create some files. And if you know the path, it is very fine. But if you don't know the path, give the command called docker volume inspect. This will show you the path or not, sir. See, come out of this. Docker volume inspect Raham. It is my inspect. Inside, are you seeing the data? So here you are going to put the data. Once you put the data, go to the container and go to the volume. You can find the same files. So this is what we can call as Docker volume mounting. Okay. So it is going to be very, very important. So please practice this concept. It's going to be your interview question. Simply volume mounting means you create the volume locally. You will put the data and you are going to attach to the, when you attach volume to the container, now data will be on two places, inside your host and inside your container. If you create new files on containers, will it replicate to local? And if you create new files on local, will it replicate to container? For example, if I have some files on my local host, that means on root path, can I move it to volume directly? How to move? By using the path. What is the path? Var lib docker volumes, name of the volume. That's enough. So it is the method number 3 for all of you. And I think all of you know about Docker system commands, right? Fine. I think we discussed on day 2 or day 1. Huh? Like somewhere we discussed. I am not sure about this. So this is the complete information of Docker for today. Okay, I am giving it on your notes for all of you so you can practice. So in the meanwhile, online, if you are having any doubts or any queries, you can ask me on session. So first of all, offline, any doubts or any queries from your end before I go to online? If you are having any queries, we have some time to discuss. Almost for 10 minutes we have. You can ask me your doubts and queries. Another, it was clear. I missed the earlier class. How to recreate image on repository. Today only I shown you how to create the own image, Anuradha. So forget about your last class. Today from the starting, if you seen, you can see the process of how to create the image. Company asking, experience certificate asking. What can we do, Sai Gautam? We cannot provide you that one, right? Swapnil sir, why transferring file from host to container? If you have any requirement, you can transfer. Basically, it's not required, Swapnil, but if you have any requirement to transfer, you can do like that. Okay. Sir, can you please upload the notes on date wise? From now, I can upload. Okay. So previous days are almost all done. From now, I can upload, Varsha. Thank you. So work like notes I already have given. So now if you are having any doubts or any queries still, you can ask. Any doubts from your end? We're asking her. No doubts. Sure. And boys, what about you? Is everything clear for you? Fine. Next, Anuradha sir, I understood how to do volume mounting, but what is volume? I mean, it's just, I don't know. Volume is nothing but a folder which consists the data. Inside container, if you want to put some data, you can create a volume for it, Anuradha. If you listen to the last class, then it will be clear for you. Definitely, Venkatesh. In real time, mounting is going to be very important. Okay. You can mount the volume or you can create the volume from Docker file. It depends upon the individual. But mounting will be the best practice if you ask me. Okay, then fine. Session is, I hope, clear for all of you. So let's meet on tomorrow's session, guys. Have a great day. Bye all. Thank you, online.